Eddie, given the fact of what's gone on over the last couple of weeks with Tyson Fury's rants on social media, what do you honestly think happens next in this whole saga that we've got with the four current heavyweights right now?
Right now, as we stand here at 2 o'clock on a Thursday afternoon, Fury against White will go to purse bids tomorrow, and I believe AJ will fight Usyk. Anything can change. Conversation this afternoon, tomorrow morning, I don't know, but we're certainly preparing for purse bids tomorrow.
What have you made of Tyson's outbursts on social media, and of course of what he's had to say about yourself?
And contradictions. One day AJ's a coward for stepping aside. Next day he's an idiot for not taking a step aside. Anyone with a brain can see that the whole thing's all over the place. But the reality is he doesn't talk about why he's turned down the opportunity to fight Alexander Usyk in an undisputed fight next, because for some reason he wants to have an interim bout. I don't understand why, if all these guys are so easy to beat, but it's a lot of bluster. A lot of it's amusing, and he's a great character. But if you actually break down what he says, very little of it makes sense.
Joshua's a coward. Usyk's a pussy, and Dylan White don't want to fight.
Fury don't want to fight Usyk, in my opinion, because he had the opportunity to do it through these discussions, and really, when it came down to it, he really don't want to. What Fury wants to do is have a little easy one in March. That's what he really wants to do. Now, he's going to have to fight Dillian Whyte. And by the way, after all this kerfuffle, he'll get beat by Dillian Whyte. He'll get knocked out by Dillian Whyte.
And by the way, yeah, Eddie, I see all the stuff you say about me not wanting to fight Usyk. Get your man to fight him and get that big L again, please. Prove me wrong, Dosser.
But the reality is, when it really came down to it, he never wanted to fight Alexander Usyk.
Hello fight fans, we meet again. There is a lot of commotion going on in the heavyweight division these days. With whispers of ducking the heavyweight division is slowly becoming the welterweight division, a bunch of divas too high on their horse to swap leather with serious opponents. And Tyson Fury is at the forefront of this debacle. The king of media manipulation is back at it. Again with claims that everyone is afraid to fight. Everyone but the mighty gypsy.
Dylan White's a bitch, and when I see you, you've got to fight me anyway, pussy.
Yet Tyson Fury has completely dropped out of fights with all three opponents, Usyk and Dillian Whyte, releasing an onslaught of insults while ducking out on any serious deals to be made. Tyson Fury has charged Anthony Joshua with holding up progress for an undisputed champion. Yet Fury insults Anthony Joshua for considering stepping aside, while also backing out of a fight with AJ last year. It's hard not to get entangled in Tyson Fury's web of lies, claiming the fight between Fury and Usyk could not be made because Anthony Joshua wanted too much money. The truth is, Tyson Fury was never going to fight Usyk, according to Tyson himself. This is a video interview from last year that sure, Tyson Fury wished got erased.
That's it.
Usyk ain't one of them either.
No. Usyk ain't on the list. He's a no-name. No one's interested, and he doesn't make any money. So what would I want to fight him for?
Fury don't want to fight Usyk.
He's a small cruiserweight. Foreigner, don't speak good English, and nobody's really interested anyway. He's not saying anything alike.
Fury don't want to fight Usyk, in my opinion, because he had the opportunity to do it through these discussions, and really, when it came down to it, he really don't want to.
I want the big fights that people are interested in, and that ain't one of them.
What if he was to beat Joshua?
Still, it won't be a big fight. He's still a foreigner in a westernised world. The belts are back in the West, and they're going to stay there. And so whatever it sounds like, the heavyweight champion should be from Britain or America and nowhere else. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Joshua, he's just another big bum too. So they're both bums, so I'm not interested. My fights are in America, they're on ESPN, I'm being paid a lot of money.
Yes,
Sky can't afford the Gypsy King. They've got no funds to fund him. So the fights can't be over here. So unless Dillian Whyte's going to pay for it out of his own pocket, which I don't think he can, He keeps going on about fighting this and calling me a coward and whatever.
Fury don't want to fight Usyk.
Let's see who's a coward. We'll see who's a coward. I'm no coward. You're a shithouse.
Really, when it came down to it, he really don't want to.
I put it on you in a boxing gym and you shit yourself. Yeah? So we'll see who's a coward and who ain't.
And by the way, yeah, Eddie, I see all the stuff you say about me not wanting to fight Usyk.
Usyk ain't on the list. He's a no-name. No one's interested in it. Doesn't make any money. So what would I want to fight him for?
Dillian Whyte is a heavy bag on legs. I punched his head in for him plenty of times in the gym.
Now, what y'all wanna do? Wanna be ballers? Shot callers? Brawlers who be dipping in the bins with the spoilers. I'm sorry, every time I hear Tyson Fury speak, all I hear in the background is all about the Benjamin soundtrack. Tyson Fury gives a damn about Undisputed, or Legacy. Fury is a hustler. It's about that dollar bill, big baby. Whether it's boxing or selling self-help books to motivational speeches to selling energy drinks, Fury. Selling out at all cost is the Fury way. He hustles the public with lies and slick wordplay. And they love him for it. Tyson is another self-inflated pompous prick who can fight like the Dickinson when pressured. Yet it's easy to tell who fights for money and who fights for legacy. Very few have truly mastered the dark art of ducking. But Fury is a master. A dark wizard of bullshit. A conniving confident Khan. A dark lord of folklore. The people's predator slayer, aka Luke Skywalker. So, when will the ducking end? You say. No one really knows. The good news is, you can always guarantee a fighter will duck her opponent, therefore you can always guarantee a new episode of The Duck Chronicles.
Dillian Whyte's a bitch, and when I see you, you've got to fight me anyway, pussy. He keeps going on about fighting this and calling me a coward and whatever. Let's see who's a coward. We'll see who's a coward. I'm no coward. You're a shithouse. I put it on you in a boxing gym and you shit yourself. Yeah? So we'll see who's a coward in a minute.